This is the beginning of the end of TV as we know it. But the exciting part is the beginning of the beginning for us. There's now enough critical mass and technology to be able to have real businesses around this stuff.
It seems like the show gets better and better every year, and the mix of people keeps changing, which is fantastic.
A year or two ago, all these conversations was about like concept, like this is what we're gonna do.
Now you see a great mix of technology and content.
This year, all those things that speakers are talking is the case studies, the actual thing that they launched, and then the actual real world data that's generated by viewers.
It seems like everything's kind of coming together, just like the industry's coming together as well.
What I find here is there's a lot more doers than preventers.
It's not just a conference and just people sitting on a stage, that there's conversation, there's opportunity to create new ventures in this moment.
People are actually doing the things that they think should be done. And that's a real difference from other shows I've been to.
It's a great opportunity to get together with colleagues, peers, thought leaders around the industry and both talk about where things are going and strike deals around how to drive the industry forward.
The networking I'm doing has already turned into business relationships in less than 48 hours.
I've already got a meeting tomorrow with a large US publicly traded company.
We actually started off our panel by asking who's from traditional media, who's from technology, who's a startup, and every time different hands went up. It's a really diverse group that you're speaking to, and I think that actually helps the conversation.
We thought the idea of the hackathon was fantastic, and it's just one more great element to this show, and should be another driver of innovation in the industry. So kudos to TVOT for getting that going.
That hackathon was incredible. For a first hackathon that had been put on as a side to this show, we were blown away, all the judges, the innovation, how much people achieved in such a short time.
The hackathon is where the innovation is really coming about. You know, we're talking about TV tomorrow. What they're doing is what we're going to see tomorrow.
Winning the ticket was fantastic. Once I started digging into the speakers, the panels, and everything, I was just like, it was overwhelming.
I can sit at a table with an extremely high-priced Hollywood lawyer right next to some kid who's doing everything he can to disrupt everything that lawyer's ever done, and they're having a civilized conversation. That's good. Instead of talking about each other in the abstract, they're talking about each other in the real, and that's going to result in real, important, good change.
The TVOT community is very knowledgeable, so to be recognized by that group for excellence in UX and design means a lot to us.
There seems to be a metamorphosis going on in the marketplace right now, which is television is finally adapting to the reality that people have other screens going on, and with that, it's finally happening on an enterprise level.
So one of the great things about TV of Tomorrow is I always learn something new or meet someone interesting. I get an idea to take back home and socialize more broadly in the company.
This has really been a great kind of confluence of true sort of cross-platforms. I think we have people from all different areas of the business really coming together and trying to figure out what that means.
This is a beautiful venue. I love the multimedia exhibits. Reminds me of TED, the TED conference. I'm excited for TV of Tomorrow.
For me, it was a great win. I mean, I met an enormous amount of people in a relatively short period of time that I don't think I would have stumbled across very easily.
It's a great conference to meet all these people who are trying to figure it out.
And why do I keep coming back? Well, because I love the show, and I think that it's totally differentiated, it's completely unique, and it's a wonderful experience coming to San Francisco here.